from Los Angeles. Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. It is an absolute honor to be celebrating Sick for Toys with the creative crew behind it all. David Del Rio, David Gunning, John Paul. Thank you so much for being here today, you guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks so much for having us.
Tonight, Independent Film Showcase in Beverly Hills. Tell us a little bit about it.
Independent Film Showcase. Yeah, so I guess the whole festival opened up on Thursday night, and tonight's our night. So
Tonight is your
so
night.
tonight's our night. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a big family and friends screening as well. So we're really excited for that.
Yeah,
you know, because all our friends and some of family are here.
And where is it tonight? Where is that exactly? I don't know where that one theater is.
It's at the Lumley Theater.
Oh, it's
in
at
Beverly
Lumley.
Hills.
Oh, good. Nice.
Yeah, so nice theater.
I love that place.
Yeah, we're
An
expecting-
iconic theater
Iconic.
in Los Angeles. I heard that the film premiered a couple weeks ago in Dallas. 2 sold-out shows, you guys. That is amazing, amazing.
Yeah, I
We
would
were
say-
thrilled.
Yeah, we were definitely thrilled.
Don't look too excited. You're like, so
we were thrilled.
It's a challenge, right? Independent filmmaking is one of the hardest things a person can do.
Right.
I've witnessed it firsthand, and my God, it takes every ounce of you, physically, emotionally, spiritually, to create this, to put
They're
your
like,
soul into
what?
it.
What are you
yeah,
talking
exactly.
about?
To raise the money for it, I mean, it truly is an epic endeavor.
Well, that's their department, and for such a small film that we did, I mean, this was a 94-page script in 11 days, and that's not a very easy thing to achieve.
11 days.
Yeah.
That was up to you.
Well,
I mean,
and that was a really that was really great on their part for putting the crew together. That it really felt like a guerrilla filmmaking at its best. You know, it felt like we were all back in film school and just trying to figure things out. And if it wasn't for these producers who kind of gave us a really great schedule, we wouldn't have made it.
So question for you, because Good Morning La La Land, we're all about dreamers, you know, good doers and all that. So what was the dream behind it? What was the mission? What was the inspiration for this?
Getting it made and getting it done.
We wanted to make a feature film, and we were working on something else, and the script because of Jimmy O kind of fell into our laps, and we realized we could make it for the budget we had, and we loved it, so we went ahead with it, and I'm so glad we did.
And Jimmy O being, so Jimmy O is a producer, horror, big in the horror scene. He introduced us to the script. That's kind of how that wound up, and then we just said, all right, let's go, because we were ready. We had that budget ready to go, and it was time to hop into our first feature film.
And we know that independent filmmaking, there can be a lot of challenges, right? But what was the biggest thing you think you learned, each of you, in making Sick for Toys?
That's a great question. I think for me was don't be too married with your plan. Because it is going to change that day. I remember having a full. I remember having a full shot list, and David and John Paul and our director of photography Ryan Verbel would come up to me and go, "Okay, this is a great list. We need you to cut at least 30 shots today." And it started from me getting annoyed to like halfway there, going to David and John Paul, going, "Look how many shots I cut today." And you're proud of me, right? You're proud of me, you know. And so it really was important to not really be married and know that when you are on the set, the story changes. When you're reading the script, that's one draft. When you're on set, that's another draft of the script. And when you're editing, that's basically the last draft of the script. They're all different movies.
Yeah, and kind of piggyback that, whatever you expect to happen, it's not going to happen. You know? I mean,
This sounds like the rules to life. You guys are
it
like,
does.
yeah.
Basically, yeah. I mean, I feel like they should change the producer title to firefighter, because literally that's what we're doing. There's always some kind of new fire coming up as a producer, and as our job as producers is to constantly just put it out and then move
Creative
on to the
problem
next file.
solve. That's all it is.
Yeah, totally.
Pretty much.
Well, the end result is fantastic. What do you guys love most about this movie?
Oh gosh.
I love the performances. I really do. I mean, I've worked with these guys for years now, and to see them in this film after they've worn so many hats is probably one of the biggest thrills for me, because you would never think that they were producers on the film, and their performances are absolutely stellar. And of course, I'm a huge fan of the director of photography, Ryan Verbel, and he just made such a beautiful, beautiful film that I would never dreamed of, but thanks to him, he made those pictures come true.
So one thing about the film industry is, you know, you can have a great piece of art, but without community and distribution and all those things, it takes, that's an entire, you know, even bigger than making the movie, quite frankly, because if you don't have those, you know, relationships. So how are you building those relationships?
Well, I think when any filmmaker comes to Los Angeles, you're kind of planting seeds along the way. And eventually, hopefully those seeds come to fruition when the right time comes. So any connections that we've made throughout our career, we've essentially used those in order to make our connections with distribution, sales agents, even actors, crew, everything from top to bottom. That's kind of how it works out. I mean, not necessarily like a word of mouth, but it's someone you could have met 5, 6, 7 years ago, and you say, hey, I know you're involved with this part of the business. We're ready for you right now.
You said you did sound design.
Right. You're involved in this. You're involved with that. So it's kind of just connecting the dots, you know, throughout your period of time in Los Angeles. I feel like.
And at its core, I also think it's about relationships. You know, it is about the idea of, would I continue to work with this person, not because of how good they are at their job, but, you know, just how great it is to hang out with them, and we're both doing things that we love. Every person that they've hired, especially in post, you know, I would sit down with them and I would be a little kid in the candy store. I'm like, can we do this? And they go, yeah, let's do it. And in between, we have just conversations about just the industry as a whole and each other's life. And it really, it has to come down to relationships in the very core.
My very best friend in the world since I was 5 years old, Mimi Snow, she's our editor, and she has just gone above and beyond. And it's fun to get to work with somebody that you've known in this capacity since I was 5.
Nice.
Wow.
I mean-
So, Sick for Toys. Give me the tagline.
What do you want for Christmas?
What do you
want
want
for
Christmas?
Yeah, and don't be the wrong person in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Oh, it sounds so good. So tell the audience where they can watch this, how they can get involved, like, share, and follow you.
Well, we're on Instagram at sickfortoysmovie.com, or just Sick for Toys Movie. And we have a Facebook, Sick for Toys Movie, and I believe we're on Twitter too. Yes?
Yeah, everything is pretty much Sick for Toys across the board.
Sick for Toys
But
Movie.
on Twitter, it's Sick for Toys.
Sick for Toys.
I had to jump in for that one. I don't want them to get lost.
After tonight, starting October 1st, will be available on demand and possibly in some theaters. So
Yeah, we'll go on demand, cable, Redbox, the whole
How exciting.
gauntlet.
Very exciting, you guys.
Yeah.
So thanks so much for making your dreams come true. And the struggle's real, right? It's
Yes, it's
real stuff,
very
right?
real. Totally.
We're
It's fun.
excited,
It's a fun
yeah,
struggle.
Enjoy
we're
your
excited to be a part of your journey. It's
Right.
going to be amazing to
Thanks
watch.
so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
absolutely.
Really,
Stay
thank
tuned.
you.
We'll be back with more Good Morning La La Land.